Good evening, friends, and welcome to Petroleum Proletariat's Prefecture. Yes, the Petroleum Prefecture. Indeed. It is now the 5th of January of 1977. And Lisa has been sitting in the harbor here for a while. 11,500 tons. I think it's time that we send her on her way. She's actually half full, and she will take like a year to unload, I would think. Half a year anyway. Yes, Lisa, go get on your way. And the main theme of Workers and Resources is playing in stereo. Yes, in stereo. That's worth a skål. That's worth a drinking too. Yes. So cheers. And thank you to the music author of this game, or how you would put it. The person who wrote the music for the game has uploaded the soundtrack on YouTube, and in much better quality than what is included in the game. Never mind audio technical details. No one is interested. Is anyone interested in this stuff then? No, not really. Let's pretend. It gets more entertaining to do that way. 4.5. The thing is, this organic growth that I've been hoping for now for 7 years, basically, it isn't working that well. So in the last year, we had a net positive on population of. Well, you do the maths. It's not a lot, put it that way. It's quite a few. So, well, they will continue to grow. The thing is that we now have quite a decent workforce in the oil refinery. 250 people, half. And we have a lot of oil, yes. It is now even starting to store up in this tank. Yes, and when this is full, it can still store up a bit here. But then we really would need, some more people here. But I now have money, since it's been quite a while, and some time has passed, and I think I laid the foundation quite decently, it would appear, as everything here would indicate. There's been some fires. Pipe pumping station. And another pipe pumping station. Yes. This is why you want to fireproof your oil fields. Yes, even though it is a hassle. It is what makes your republic, or whatever it is, stand in the long for the long haul. Yes. What the hell are you making? Am I making any sense this evening? No. Probably even less so than usual. But something that I have been thinking about here since we started, basically, yes, is of course a rail line. Yes, I wanted to try out chips. I still like the idea of chips very much. It's hard to argue otherwise. Yes. But in practice, and also, I mean, it's silent. It doesn't make any sound. The trains are just more interesting and more fun. So, even though this is quite cool and everything, this weighs 20,312 tons. But it doesn't really feel like it does. No. Even though the sun is rising and everything, and it's a nice, very nice ship, still doesn't feel the weight. Let's make a comparison here. This train weighs, in its current state, 700 tons. This I really don't need to say anything. No. Yes. So what we're doing now is this. In the beginning, this was the railroad of dreams, which would never, or which seemed unattainable at the time. Now I am setting off on building the great, I'm not sure what we're going to call it just yet, but something great river line or something along those lines. Yes. Do you want to plan ahead anything, or do you just going to? Yes, I'm just going to. But I'm going to start in a bit of in a slightly different order to how I usually do things. Yes. Train depot. And we'll have 2 of those. And try and get some railroad in. Okay, we're gonna need now. The only problem here with having the music in this much better quality is that they are named now, and instead of track numbers, I now have names. So I don't know if I had little clue previously as to what I was going to get. I now have absolutely 0 clue. Which I suppose makes it a bit more exciting for all of us, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, we'll come up here. That's a good place to connect. It's only for emergencies. Yes. What you are doing is not this. No. What you are doing is building railways. And the stuff that we want to get on the train is here. And one place to do. Now let's say for future oil refineries and such. Are you sure this is a good place for? No. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. Now we're thinking. Yes, let's start off a bit like this. We're going that way, right? And we want the rail to be organic, not a completely straight line. Even though the landscape is very flat here. Yes, we'll try and keep it very close to the ridge here. Yes. Nope. Right. Okay, coming down to about there, and yes, yes, and if you ever wanted to in future, you know, you could have another line going out there. No, don't know. But yes, so okay. Yes, call me back. Let's try that. Okay, this one is apparently called "Call Me Back." I'm going to need to put in a diesel station here sooner rather than later. That was a bit too far. We want to come about or change direction. Yes. Should we make a beeline? Like... No. Or should we continue to wheel along the... Yes, we shall continue to wheel. Even though it is completely unnecessary at this point. Yes. It's not... Well, is anything necessary? What here is necessary then? Not a lot. Right. Now, I would like you to make a swooping nice turn here. Not really... Yes, we're catching up with Lisa. Excellent. This will be a very long ride over the trains. Yes. And we shall have very long trains to go with this long rail line. Are we even getting close to the complicated stuff now? We're not... So far, 500,000 rubles or $800,000 for this project, and we're only single-tracked. Yes. Now we're going to need to make a maneuver here. Yes. And while we're at it, we'll take a chainsaw. Yes, to some trees here. It's a bit much with the trees, you know. Yes, you want to be able to see the train as well. While the trees are nice, of course. Black Ice Ochicharnie. Yes. What's the really good ones called? We'll have this one. This is one of the new. Yes, this is the stuff you need for for plowing rail line through the landscape. And now we're actually getting close to where we're going to need to do some sort of maneuver and things. And there's an old settlement in the way here. Yes, we'll take care of them when the time comes. Now we're only going to do the exact same thing the other way around as well. Yes. The question is, of course, how long of a segment here will it allow me to make in one go? apparently quite far. It's starting to struggle quite badly now, but it works. Apparently, he says right before the game crashes, knock on wood, don't crash. No, please. I've had my share of crashes. Yes. I certainly have had that. But this is going a bit too easy. This is unsettling. It is a bit unsettling. But that's not. Yes, it was what we wanted. Was it really? Didn't feel quite right. Okay, that's that. That's 1.4 million rubles worth, and we're nowhere near done. No. Now, train diesel station. Where would that be a good? Here is certainly a large open area which would probably be quite suitable. I think. I hope. We shall see. We're going to want a yes, we're going to want a train diesel station, but I'm afraid to lose. Let's get this done. Have them for rubles then. We'll have it for rubles. Yes. Now, train diesel station. Troika. Okay, Troika is what this one is called. Wouldn't you know? It's no, not previously. No, I wouldn't. Now I'm still. I don't know how to do this properly. I don't think with the switching and the trains and the things, but we shall try anyway to do it. No, nothing. I don't. Yes. Right. So we're coming off here and eventually going into that thing. Yes. Like that, and this one as well. Very good. Now, some trains are going to get the idea that they're going to turn around while in here. Yes. Maybe. Or maybe I'm not going to offer them the possibility to do so even. No. We'll see if this works. It won't. And we'll do a nice little. Yes. Okay, something like that. And the signaling then. You'll want chain signal, release signal, regular signal. Yes. Let's try and keep it one way through here for now. Yes. Release. Chain or regular, don't know if it matters. No. It ought not to matter very much now. Ought it? It ought not, I don't think. And yes. Here, however, we are entering some sort of junction, aren't we? I might as well have gone with a regular one there, I think. Right. Okay. Yes. And we're going to need to have a road going out here as well. Should we invest in an asphalt, in a paved road? Yes. Should we go completely parallel with the railroad, perhaps? Why not? Or completely parallel, loosely in the vicinity of, yes. Yes, that will do for now for the road. This is also going to need electricity. I'm also going to need a lot more stuff here, you know. Yes, should we take a high voltage line maybe? Or should we do some more railroad first? There's a lot of trees in the way. Get rid of you. Goodbye. Yes. Railroad track. Right. And the Workers' March. My favorite. I would think it is, yes. Okay. Well, roundabout. Yes, a roundabout. A rather large roundabout, it would seem. An oval round. What is this monstrosity that you're building here? Okay, that's completely awful. But it will do. Right, and remember now that you have to think, remember that the trains go on the left side, you know. So you set it up like that. So it makes sense in that way. Okay. How am I supposed to do this? I'm getting nervous now, you know. Yes. I can understand. Just take it easy and it will be fine. Can we do that? And can we then do... No, we can't. Or we can, actually. Yes. Excellent. Right. And... I'm going to want to take this. Although we could do this, yes. Hook you up onto there and you onto here. Yes, yes, it has never sounded so good, the Workers and Resources soundtrack. I can hear stuff in the music I have not heard before. That's great. There's a slight choir on the backbeat. Yes, I have not heard that before. That was nice. Right. This is not going to work first time, I don't suppose. But we shall endeavor to do our best. No, this is not right. You're going the wrong way. Yes, I am. Yes, that's more like it. And for the train, no signals. No signals. Okay, now what we need is a a place for the trains to load up on the stuff that we have here. Shall I commit to this? Yes, I shall commit to this. Foolishly, perhaps, but nevertheless, it is now committed. Oil, fuel, loading thing. And your input is on that side, so we're going to spin you that way. Yes, and I'm thinking something that will not be efficient, but it will be something. Is what it will be. Yes. But you're going to want to hook up to the that thing, right? Yes. How exactly? Don't you worry about that. I will. And you're also going to want plenty of queuing space in here. Yes. And that is why we are doing the long, taking the long route. Towards the that thing, the roundabout. Because if there isn't enough queuing space on either side of the roundabout, it won't work very well. Now will it? No, actually it won't. Why are you turning that way? Because I am. Because I was thinking I wanted it to join up as... So I could get another connection on here, out that way, should I want to. That's why. Okay. Yes. Signaling. Yes. There. There. And queuing blocks, of course. Yes. Although, yes, this will do it for now. Yes, and one more thing. I think you'll find that there's quite a bit more than one more thing before we're done here. Now, we're going to want to make sure that we're able to take a full-length train without ever needing to worry if it will get past the signal thing or not. This is way overkill, I realize that, but it's the way we're doing it. Here we go. And like that. Or to do it. Yes, we'll pay for all of this stuff as well. And you too. Yes. You see, the money goes away rather quickly. I wonder if Lisa is at the border yet. We're going to find out when. At a later date. Yes. We want to pave this all the way since it is the main connection now, apparently. Two things. Yes, and down to this place though, a gravel road is very much sufficient. Yes, no plans on building out the rail line out that way in the future. Perhaps, but if that day comes, I shall relay road. Okay. Now, there isn't really any way where for this the trains to go yet. No, and because the rail line isn't completed, it is almost completed. But here there is a gap. Yes, there's a gap, and an abandoned old village and an abandoned old project, which nothing will come of since it didn't work. Right, Lisa, you are at the border. Good. The 4th of February you arrived. At this pace that you are unloading, this will take, I don't know, it will take a long time. It will take a very long time. The work is cut out. The border post is right around there. Yes. Let's see if we can get, here we go. The border post is there, and the rail line is up on the hill there, and the work is cut out indeed. And it shall resume in the next exciting installment of the Petroleum Proletariatets produkter. Yes. Thank you so very much for watching, and good night.